off level. That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I love that. So I really want to help out as many people as I can.
So you've been having fun with it?
Yeah, absolutely. Had a great time. The stream has me doing all kinds of one-player stuff when I don't have another person on. It's a lot of fun. kind of tough because they keep making me fight Ganon on handicap. But
anyway, we got Diz, aka DizzKidBoogie, coming down all the way from Tri-State versus one of our very own Brian Allison, Slasherking, and we're starting off the first match with a grab into a wobble.
So,
any thoughts, Kevin? And we're going live to the player camp.
So the first stock, this is kind of the interesting thing about ice climbers, especially unless you're at high level. Ice climbers have a disproportionately high punish game compared to most characters until you get to a high level, and you can kind of learn to just kill Nana from one, maybe two openings. And then the punishment game is pretty even or in like the good character's favor from the neutral position. But until then, the character that can punish so much harder, like, he hasn't really gotten any big openings. He's getting some grabs, but he's not getting a lot off of it. So things like that are just going to push the matchups more in Ice Climber's favor until the players are, at a higher skill level. So I think this is going to be frustrating. And not only that, but because you recognize that and because you have to sit there and you can't DI and you have to watch your character get wobbled, it's very frustrating. And that'll mess up people mentally. So even if they could punish better, they might not do it just because they're so upset. Wobbling, it's a psychological tactic just as much as it is an in-game one.
And there's a lot of, with the success, and we're seeing like really creative handoffs and wobbling, like a mix of the two, whereas Sharks, a local Ice Climbers player, usually just wobbles us and we struggle against that too. So there's a lot of like kind of like media hype around the fact that maybe NC as a whole just isn't very good versus Ice Climbers. And looking at this potential four stock for Slasherking, it's kind of hard to argue with that claim. How do you feel? How do you feel about? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about what just happened right there?
So I have one thing I want to say before the last wobble that happened. He did a handoff, or he did like a kind of chain grab, and he was doing down air to reset. And as Marth, it's very easy to DI up and out of that. And I just think he wasn't aware. And Slasher is not like a ranked player, but he flirts around like the bottom of the ranking skill level area usually. So I think it's important to note that it is true what you were saying about NC struggling with Ice Climbers, but it's also true that we have to fortify ourselves, not just in terms of our strategy, but also our mentality. If you notice that last stock, he obviously was very upset and flustered. He kind of just SD'd at 0%, which is usually something you see when players are more off balance.
You definitely thought he was playing super on tilt right there.
Yes. And that happens a lot when players either get hard or they're cracked in neutral a lot. Usually they'll be making more decisions that are quote-unquote uncharacteristic of them. And it seems like he's holding it down the first game here, but there's the grab. And he's not going to do it this game because I think this kid he's a very nice guy. So I don't think we're gonna see any wobbling this game unless things get closer.
Definitely a nicer guy than Sharks. Shook Kevin right there, y'all.
I'm sorry, Sharks.
I know Tyler, the stream monster, is watching this from his phone while driving his car, I'm sure.
Oh my god. Are you looking for him in the chat? Do you see a Sharks comment? Oh my god.
Any minute now, he's gonna. He just commented that Nana read a minute ago, so I know he's about to hear what we just said. Yeah. So anyway, apparently what the stream chat is telling me is that this kid has wins over, or at least one win over the Moon. You can verify?
I was going to bring that up after the set because I didn't want to make it seem. I guess I could have like made it not seem as bad as it is. This kid is actually a very good player, to be fair, but I still think NC struggles a lot with Ice Climbers. Like I think if DizzKid played like Fox or something, where a matchup we've like played a million times, it probably would be different. But still, he has beaten the Moon multiple times, DJ Nintendo multiple times. He has a very good wins. He's a very good player, and even though he is newer and he plays a more obscure character, it does not change the fact that his character is just not as good as the character that Slasherking is playing, and that deserves respect. And I think like what DizzKid is doing, coming here, competing so much, he's giving everyone a chance to kind of learn and adapt like that. He didn't have to come to this smaller tournament, but he did, and it benefits the scene as a whole. That was a very good spike.
Did he reverse up B Nana there?
No,
Down air?
raw down air.
It looked like he fast fell after the down air and then like up B, but I don't know. She flew this way instead of down.
I didn't pay attention. I just saw the down air. I was like, oh. Okay. Oh my goodness.